Published 13:42 Eastern Standard Time, the 25th of February 2019. Updated 1700 Eastern Standard Time, the 25th of February 2019. New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft faces up to a year in prison after being accused of visiting prostitutes twice in a 24-hour span before the AFC title game and paying for a threesome, a Florida prosecutor revealed Monday, hours after the embattled billionaire arrived back in Boston aboard his private plane with star quarterback Tom Brady and his wife Gisele Bundchen. The 77-year-old Kraft was formally charged with 2 counts of solicitation Monday, and could face between 6 months and a year in jail, in addition to a mandatory 100 hours of community service, a mandatory $5,000 fine, and a mandatory class on the dangers of prostitution and human trafficking. However, according to Palm Beach County State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg, jail is not usually considered for first-time offenders, which is the case with Kraft. That's not to say Kraft will be getting special treatment. As Ehrenberg stressed, no one gets special justice in Palm Beach County. Authorities say Kraft actually visited the Florida massage parlor for sex acts on both January 19 and January 20. At the first visit, on Saturday, January 19, Kraft paid for a threesome in which 2 women manipulated his genitals. Kraft, who has denied all charges, allegedly paid both women with a $100 bill. The next day, January 20, Kraft arrived at the Orchids of Asia Day Spa in a chauffeured 2015 blue Bentley at 11 a.m. He was videotaped receiving oral and manual sex from a woman at the spa in Jupiter. Officials say he gave her a $100 bill and another unidentified bill. From there, Kraft flew to Kansas City, where his Patriots ultimately beat the Chiefs in the AFC title game to advance to Super Bowl 53. Kraft's court date is scheduled for April 24. Scroll down for video. Tom Brady leans in to give Bob Kraft a hug after the two arrived at Boston's Logan Airport on Monday. The pair arrived, along with Brady's wife, back in Boston on Monday on Kraft's jet. Meanwhile, the NFL says it will handle the sex solicitation case involving Kraft as it would any other issue under the league's conduct policy. Owners are subject to the same rules as players, which can include a fine and/or a suspension. Dave Ehrenberg, of the Palm Beach County State Attorney's Office, said Kraft could face up to a year in prison after exiting Kraft's private jet on Monday. Brady gave the 77-year-old a big hug, and chatted with the disgraced Patriots owner. Brady then loaded luggage and golf clubs into the back of a truck, and was approached by a driver for an autograph. Kraft was seen out and about in Los Angeles over the weekend at pre-Oscars parties. Ehrenberg told reporters Monday that Kraft's lawyer has been sent a summons for him to appear in court. The summons likely will not require a mugshot. Ehrenberg said there is no indication that Kraft was involved with human trafficking. The prosecutor likened human trafficking to modern-day slavery, which he called an evil in our midst. The larger picture which we must all confront is the cold reality that many prostitutes in cases like this are themselves victims, Ehrenberg said. There had been reports that a bigger name would also be accused of solicitation, but Ehrenberg seemingly dismissed that idea Monday. Hard for me to talk about rumors, he said, adding, especially the false ones. Brady and Kraft have been close for nearly 20 years. The billionaire traveled in comfort wear, a pair of Nike sweatpants, a Patriots top and sneakers. New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady carries a shopping bag and duffel bag off Robert Kraft's private plane. Tom Brady loaded luggage and golf clubs into a black pickup truck, appeared in great spirits. Meanwhile, the NFL says it will handle the sex solicitation case involving the New England Patriots owner as it would any other issue under the league's conduct policy. The NFL says in a statement Monday its personal conduct policy applies equally to everyone in the NFL, and it will handle this allegation in the same way we would handle any issue under the policy. The league adds it is seeking a full understanding of the facts and does not want to interfere with an ongoing law enforcement investigation. The NFL says it will take appropriate action as warranted based on the facts. Commissioner Roger Goodell could fine or suspend Kraft from any activities involving the Super Bowl champions. The NFL's personal conduct policy states that ownership and club or league management have traditionally been held to a higher standard and will be subject to more significant discipline. It is not enough simply to avoid being found guilty of a crime. We are all held to a higher standard and must conduct ourselves in a way that is responsible, promotes the values of the NFL, and is lawful. Gisele got off the private jet carrying her own pillow. Kraft was at and about in LA over the weekend at pre-Oscars parties. Robert Kraft, here with CBS, Jim Nantz and former Patriots nose tackle Vince Wilfork, was in Kansas City on January 20th to see his team upset the top-seeded Chiefs in the AFC title game. Florida police claim he visited a prostitute in Jupiter that morning. Kraft's wife Myra died from cancer in 2011 at age 68. The two were married in 1963 and had 4 children together. In 2012, it was revealed that Kraft was dating actress and model Ricki Lander, 39. Lander did give birth to a child in 2017, and while there was speculation it was his, Kraft has denied being the father. The two attended Super Bowl 53 together on February 3 in Atlanta. Kraft and his sons are active philanthropists, having reportedly donated over $100 million to several different causes. He is also the recipient of the 2019 Genesis Prize from Israel, which has been described as the Jewish Nobel Prize. Kraft, the head of a holding company, bought the Patriots in 1994 for $172 million. Since then the franchise has been to 10 Super Bowls, winning 6, most recently on February 3 against the Los Angeles Rams. He is reportedly worth $6.6 billion, according to Forbes.com, and his own property in Palm Beach. In addition to the Patriots, Kraft also owns the team's field, Gillette Stadium, and the MLS's New England Revolution. Kraft has a lease in the famed Breakers Resort in Palm Beach, which is near President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. He owns a double apartment at 1 North Breakers Row in Palm Beach, according to the Palm Beach Daily News. Robert Kraft's wife Myra, near right, died from cancer in 2011 at 68. In 2012, it was revealed that Kraft was dating actress and model Ricki Lander, left 39. Lander did give birth to a child in 2017, and while there was speculation it was his, Kraft has denied being the father following the child's birth in 2018. The two were seen together at the Super Bowl. Lanyon Ma, left, 49, of Orlando was charged with human trafficking, unlawful transportation for the purpose of prostitution, racketeering and engaging in prostitution. Junhua Dong, right, 50, of Vero Beach is charged with racketeering, engaging in prostitution, and deriving support from proceeds of prostitution. Yan Shu, left, 51, of Sebastian was charged with deriving support from proceeds of prostitution, engaging in prostitution and racketeering. Yaping Ren, right, 27, of Orlando was charged with engaging in prostitution, racketeering, and deriving support from prostitution. Okani Zulo, left, 64, of Sebastian was charged with racketeering. Right, the Orchids of Asia Day Spa's owner, 58-year-old Hua Zhang, was arrested and charged with 26 counts of procuring prostitution in September. An undercover Vero Beach detective recorded several alleged crimes at one spa. In each instance, the masseuse allegedly offered sexual favors, ranging from $200 for intercourse to $100 for oral sex and hand stimulation for as low as $40, according to TCPalm.com. Vero Beach Police Chief David Curry explained the conditions to reporters Thursday. Lanyon Ma, 49, of Orlando was charged with human trafficking, unlawful transportation for the purpose of prostitution, racketeering and engaging in prostitution. Bail set at $155,500. Lian Zhang, 41, of Pompano Beach was charged with operating a house of prostitution and 30 counts of engaging in prostitution. Bail set at $115,500. Junhua Dong, 50, of Vero Beach is charged with racketeering, engaging in prostitution, and deriving support from proceeds of prostitution. Bail set at $250,000. Yan Shu, 51, of Sebastian was charged with deriving support from proceeds of prostitution, engaging in prostitution and racketeering. Bail set at $150,500. Kenneth Zulo, 64, of Sebastian was charged with racketeering. Bail set at $100,000. Yaping Ren, 27, of Orlando was charged with engaging in prostitution, racketeering, and deriving support from prostitution. Source, TCPalm.com. These girls are there all day long, into the evening. They can't leave and they're performing sex acts, Curry said. Some of them may tell us they're okay, but they're not. We know that, even though we may have charges on some of them, we'd rather them be victims. The spa's owner, 58-year-old Hua Zhang, was arrested and charged with 26 counts of procuring prostitution. 6 other major players were arrested as part of the prostitution and human trafficking ring. Lanyan Ma, Lian Zhang, Junhua Dong, Yan Shu, Kenneth Zulo, and Ya Pingren were charged with crimes such as prostitution, racketeering and deriving support from prostitution. Their bails were set for anywhere from $100,000 to $250,000. According to WPTV, about 200 people face charges of soliciting prostitution in Indian River County, Florida. As of this morning, we've issued 171 arrest warrants. The sheriff's office has processed those. And we have arrested 45 individuals, Indian River County Sheriff Darrell Orr said Thursday. According to Orr, staff at the East Sea Spa in U.S. 1 was not allowed to exit. Clearly our focus is on the human trafficking, the sex trafficking, he said. These Johns either knowingly or not knowingly were certainly supplying the funds to perpetuate human trafficking, Orr continued. We also know that staff at times was not allowed to leave the spa. In other words, they were living in the spa. Local police had received tips, prompting investigators to conduct an undercover surveillance operation over the course of several months. Now dozens of Johns are facing charges. These are fathers, uncles and sons and family members of others, Vero Beach Police Chief David Curry said. Orlando's Yang Jung-yan owns the Vero Beach Spa and AA Massage in Sebastian, as well as the Winter Park in Orlando Spas. According to police, his wife, Lanyan Ma, was in charge of the day-to-day operations at Vero Beach, TCPom.com reported. A sign is posted outside of Orchids of Asia Day Spa, Friday, February 22, 2019 in Florida. Jupiter police have charged New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft with misdemeanor solicitation of prostitution. Jupiter Police Chief Daniel Kerr said Friday that he was shocked to learn Kraft, who is worth $6 billion, was paying for sex inside a strip mall massage parlor. A cameraman filmed the Orchids of Asia Day Spa after New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft is charged with allegedly soliciting for sex on February 22, 2019 in Jupiter, Florida. Mr. Kraft was caught up in a law enforcement operation in South Florida that netted hundreds of Johns over the past 2 weeks. Police allegedly observed the couple transporting multiple women to and from the spa for the purpose of sexual servitude, Ma's arrest warrant reads. Ma was also allegedly seen purchasing condoms. Some of the women, many of who came from China on work visas, were forced to stay for days at a time, while others did not leave for months. According to police, some of them are trying to make a better life for themselves, Curry said. These people truly are stuck. Some of the women were allegedly conned into believing they were taking legitimate jobs, while others believed they were becoming real masseurs, but were later asked to engage in illegal activities. Kenneth Zulo, 64, was seen transporting the women between spas and other locations, including the airport, according to his arrest warrant. Police reportedly had a tracking device on his car. The investigation was launched in October following a health department complaint at East Sea Spa in Sebastian, Florida. An employee reported seeing clothing, bedding, suitcases, and other signs that people were living in the spa, which is owned and managed by Lian Zhang, who was arrested and charged with 30 counts of prostitution. Zhang had $22,000 cash in her purse, Orr told reporters. He estimates the business made over $1 million annually. Beginning in December, police began stopping men after they paid for sex acts at the spa. Police say they observed 140 sex acts performed for money. New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft has been charged with 2 counts of soliciting prostitution at a Florida spa that is allegedly tied to an international human trafficking ring, police said Friday. On February 3, his Patriots won their 6th Super Bowl. He attended the game with girlfriend Ricky Nolander, pictured